What's up, guys? I just ate 2 pineapples and I had some green juice and I'm feeling pretty good. I feel like I could go for a run right now. I'm going to show you the sun is setting behind us so we get this afterglow. So cool. And you know, the title of this video is going to be something along the lines of the Fruitarian diet will get you closer to God than any other religion will. Why do I say that? Let me put this camera down. I say that because when you're eating just fruit, when you're eating, just fruit, your biological food that you're designed to eat, you're connecting with yourself as a real human being. Because you see, so many people out there, so many humans not living in their design, not living in the tropics where we belong, doing things that are not human-like, wearing clothes. We're just so programmed by society to go against our true nature. But when you're eating fruit, when you eat foods from the earth, from God, God made food, when you eat these foods just as you are God made, you are more in tune with nature. What is nature? Nature is the manifestation of God. See, religion is a freaking, it's translated through man. It has been passed down through man. Man wrote the Bible. Man wrote the scriptures. And it's been passed on and translated and interpreted all sorts of different ways. But nature, we know that nature, like a tree, a fruit tree, beautiful views, the sunset, the sunrise, and the life in the ocean. That's all a part of God's creation. These are all sorts of reflections of the sun, reflections of God. The reason I'm in Hawaii is because I followed the fruit. I went to this fruit festival in 2015 because I was so inspired and drawn to fruit, people who eat fruit. I wanted to meet these people. The reason I'm here is because of my diet. My diet led me here. My fruit-based diet led me here. And so the point of that is, now that I'm here, I am so immersed in nature. The other day ago, we just climbed up a mountain and we were literally above the clouds and you couldn't see a thing. And on the way up there and on the way down, you see God's creation all over you. You're immersed by it. You feel its love, its passion, its beauty. You see the animals, how they're not just an animal, you know, for possession, but you see it as a living piece of art, a moving, breathing, living piece of art. The cleaner you eat, the more cleaner and clearer your mind gets, and you can see that nature, that how beautiful nature can be. And nature's always around us 24/7. You're just so drawn to nature. You know, if let's say Jesus was here right now, do you think he'd be living the life of so many of these so-and-so Christians? Do you think he'd be eating meat? Do you think he'd be wearing brand name clothing? Do you think he'd be on his phone all day? Or do you see Jesus as a figure who would be, you know, in simple robes or in nature picking fruit? Do you honestly think Jesus would pay somebody to kill an animal for food that's not even necessary because there's supermarkets that sell fruit anywhere, everywhere? Isn't it more realistic to see Jesus picking an apple off the tree than having a machete and cutting the cow's throat or neck? Isn't that more realistic? You know, because Jesus' message is of love and compassion, but there's nothing love and compassionate about supporting animal cruelty. Eating animals, you're supporting animal cruelty. You're killing animals unnecessarily just because you want to please your taste buds. I mean, is that bringing you closer to God? But that's what's considered normal in society, right? To eat meat because you need protein. But so many people are disconnected from nature, from God. So many people, even these so-and-so religious people, it blows your mind, because they devote their lives to this figure and not realize that like a piece of divinity, a piece of God is in you. You can co-create your lives, just how when God said, "Let there be light," and there was light. You can say things, affirmations to yourself. I will live in Hawaii in 4 years and own real estate, and it will come in that time frame. And it happens. Words hold power. God knows that. But you have the ability to think your life into existence, just how God thought life into existence. We can think. That's what makes us, that's the divinity in us, that we can think. Thought is so powerful. Our mind is so powerful. Look up Wim Hof's breathing techniques, how he can run up Mount Everest shirtless just by controlling his breathing and telling him that it's not cold, and this is just all in my mind, and it's not really cold, and him saying so, his body doesn't feel cold. And it's something as simple as telling yourself things and breathing techniques that we all do, right? Or do we? I mean, do we ever actually think? Or are we just constantly going with the flow and just, going yes with everything that comes our way? When do we actually stop and think and sort of just take a step back and reflect into our lives and sort of want to direct it into the path where we want to go? See, all these things that I said, I probably wouldn't have been saying it if I was eating a bunch of crap, a bunch of American standard diet crap. If I was going to McDonald's buying French fries and burgers, I would have been so clogged up in my stomach and in my mind, big time, where I just wouldn't have the clarity of mind to speak about certain things. But because I eat such a clean diet and I feel so good, there's times where I just feel so good that I have energy. I want to go for a run, or else I'll just freaking I feel like I need to go for a run, not because I have to, because I want to let this energy out because I have so much of it. And so, if you want to feel this too, this sense of well-being, just eat fruit, man. You're watching this right now. You're human. The food that you were designed to eat by God, the God that you praise so much. Garden of Eden, God's perfect world, untouched by man, created by God and only God, was fully fruitarian. It was raw vegan. There was no cooked food. There was no meats or steaks or chicken legs or chicken wings. It was just all fruit from the tree, the way God intended it to be. And it wasn't until sin was introduced into earth, into the Garden of Eden, that's when people started incorporating meats into their diet. That's when people started getting sick and aging. In the Garden of Eden, everyone was fruitarian, eating just fruits. Nobody got sick. Nobody got body odor. Do you think Jesus will get body odor? Smelly armpits, smelly feet, smelly bathroom trips? No. Because when you eat fruit, you don't get that stuff. Last time I put deodorant on was to be honest, 3 or 4 years ago. You think that may sound disgusting because, my armpits used to stink so bad, but I use lime every now and then. And even when I do, it doesn't smell so bad. Our bodies are not supposed to stink. Our bodies are supposed to feel clean. The only reason why these odors come out of our bodies is because we are eating literally dead animals and they sit in our intestines for so long. Meat is so hard for your digestive system to fully digest, and so you're literally putting a dead piece of flesh, a dead piece of skin or muscle and tissue and veins and blood into your body, and it's sitting there for so long because your intestines are 20 feet long. It's got to travel through all that, and it's so dense and dry, and we get constipated, and it just really just starts to rot. That meat starts to rot and ferment in your insides, and this smell is coming out of you. That's the bad smell in the morning. That's the smelly armpits or smelly sweat. When you eat fruit, and fruit is like almost at least 70% water, somewhere like 90% water. That thing would just pass your intestines in and out. Absorb the nutrients, okay, whatever it's not going to get absorbed, it's out. And so because foods are not sticking inside of you for so long, because foods aren't inside of your intestines for so long, they're not sitting there, they're not rotting, they're just in and out. There's no bad odor. Our bodies are not naturally supposed to stink. No, our bodies are naturally alkaline. Health. Our bodies are naturally healthy. Healthy is our standard. Healthy is the starting point. People think that, oh, I'm healthy, I'm good. But healthy, we're all, that's the average line, is for humans to be healthy. Healthy is not that you're better than anybody, but it's just we live in a sick society. People that take pharmaceutical pills, who have heart attacks and diabetes because they're eating crap, because they follow the food pyramid and the My Plate, who lie to you because they want you sick, controlled, and dumb. You know, you go against the status quo, you start questioning things. Why am I told to eat these things when studies say that this thing causes cancer? This thing actually weakens your bone. Milk weakens your bones rather than strengthens them. But why are they telling me to drink it? I refer to they as the elitists, the people who are literally controlling, you know, the money, the banks here, the people on top. They don't want you super smart, aware, curious, empowered. They want you dumb, controlled, and just numb. And so this is, I guess, a video because I just need to let this out. I got to talk about it more and more. And yeah, when you talk about things that you're passionate on, you start to learn more of yourself, because I am expressing this passion that I have. And for me, in order to express it, I have to fill myself up with it. And I am learning more and getting better at how I say this and how I present it by making this video. I literally just turn the camera on and let it roll. And hopefully I could be some sort of message, some sort of light to you. And if you felt like you resonated, feel free to message me or subscribe if you're not already. And I'll see you at the next video. See ya.